We already successfully completed the chapter cell, and from yesterday's quiz, it is quite evident that all of you understand the most of the part of the chapter cell. So now I wish to continue with the next chapter, that is called cell division, which is present in the same unit. I hope you people have your notes for this chapter also, cell division, available with you.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Have? Okay. So I'm teaching. I request all of you to follow it carefully. And whenever you have any doubt, please let me know. So today we are actually these three units of these three chapters of this unit is actually very important chapters, and it's very important from the point of view of not only understanding biology, but it is very important from the point of view of examination. In NEET examination as well as in board examination, I mean to say the 11th grade examination, this chapter carries a very high weightage. So today we will go for the next chapter, that is called cell division. So as the name itself is suggesting, cell division means, what do we mean by the word cell division? Cell division means production of, yes, bolo, Vicky.
Ma'am, production of cell.
Like, I request everyone to be mute. Okay, production of new cell from old one. Okay, so if we look into the types of cell division, we can mark it as three types. These three types are mitosis, and meiosis. So let me tell you about each of them. So, what is amitosis? Amitosis is the regular process of binary fission. You must have studied it in lower grades too. It is like, consider this is one cell with nucleus. There will be formation of a cleavage in the nucleus, and it resumes the shape of a dumbbell, and then this cleavage will get deep. And then there will be production of two cells like this. So this is what is a mitosis. You studied it in the name of binary fission. Generally, lower eukaryotes as well as prokaryotes go for this type of reproduction. Now, next type is mitosis. In case of mitosis, if a cell is having chromosome number 2n. That means consider if a cell is having 2 chromosomes. The cells produced from this will have same number of chromosomes, that is 2n and 2n. Understood? What about meiosis? In case of meiosis, if a cell is 2n, at the end it will produce 4 cells. And these 4 cells will be
Production of double cells.
production of what?
In meiosis, production of double cells.
Your voice is not clear, beta.
Ma'am, can we say meiosis is a process where old cells double their new cells?
No. We cannot say such definition. We need to, you need to know more about it and then we can talk. Yes, Vicky? You want to say something?
Ma'am, yes. Ma'am, meiosis is a cell division that is 4 daughter cell, each with half number of chromosomes of the parent
That is
cell.
what I draw. So it is giving 4 daughter cells with half of the number of chromosomes. So that means if this is the scenario, then the daughter cells will have chromosome number n. I told you about the significance of n and 2n, that is haploid and diploid. So let us, along with the diagrammatic representation, let us have the description as well as difference between these 3 types of cell division. First, I am going to talk about mitosis. These occur in case of prokaryotes and lower unicellular eukaryotes. Whereas these two mitosis occur in multicellular eukaryotes in somatic cell. What do we mean by this word somatic cell? Somatic cell means body cell. जिन सेल से हमारी बॉडी बनी हुई है we call them somatic cell. Okay, and what about the meiosis? Meiosis cell division occur in obviously multicellular eukaryotes okay at the time of gamete production. Okay, now why this is required? I hope all of you are aware of the fact that gametes produced in our body are having chromosome number half of the chromosome number of our body. You know, when I was teaching you nucleus, I told you that chromosome number of a species is fixed. For example, for human, in case of normal human being, it should be 46. So at the time of gamete production, when a male is producing sperm or a female is producing, consider egg. If the chromosome number of sperm and egg is 23 and 23, if it is 23 and 23, then only again they will feel fused to give the chromosome number 46. So to maintain this chromosome number, obviously we need to make sure that during the time of gamete production, meiosis takes, cell division takes place, and chromosome number is reduced into half. Understood by everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's have a look into the next point of discussion. What is the next difference between them? So if we consider about them, it is a very simple process, but faster. Lower organisms have very simple body structure. So obviously it is like easy for them to separate it. Consider मैंने अगर आपको 10 mango दिया है and I say to you कि you separate it among two people, it is very easy to do it. But consider the situation if I am giving you 100 grams of rice and I am telling you to distribute it into even number amongst two people, it will be difficult for you to distribute it into two people. Same way, this method is simple but faster. So it is applicable for organisms which are simple but faster. As higher organisms have more amount of genetic material and more complexity, this method is not very suitable for them. Now, in this case, it is precise and time taking. It takes time. एक इकोलाई 20 मिनट जीता है, वो अगर माइटोसिस सेल डिवीजन के लिए वेट करेगा तो जिएगा कब? उसकी लाइफ होते होते माइटोसिस मियोसिस खत्म हो जाएगा. So that is why they need to divide by a mitosis only. So this one is also precise and time taking. Meiosis can be very time taking. It can take years to complete the meiosis. You will come to know about this. Okay, so let us look into the third point. It is like it is mode of reproduction for them. Why? Because when two cells are produced from one cell, there is increase in number. Yes, Rutu.
मैम ई कोलाई सेल डिवीजन के लिए 20 मिनट्स नहीं लेता है.
हाँ, तो उसकी जो सेल डिवीजन वही तो रिप्रोडक्शन हुआ ना. अगर एक इकोलाई बैक्टीरिया है, उससे दो इकोलाई बैक्टीरिया बन रहा है, मतलब उसने सेल डिवीजन भी किया, उसने रिप्रोडक्शन भी किया ना. Those two cell bacteria will be new. Those two bacteria will be new bacteria, no? We are new organisms, don't you think? But हमारे केस में ऐसा नहीं है. If 1000 cells are newly synthesized in body, they are part of my body. They are not new organisms.
Yes.
So amitosis is a basically mode of reproduction because it is applicable for unicellular organisms. Third is help in repair and growth. For them, it is help in repair and growth. We all know that a child is born with such a small size and slowly and steadily the height, weight, width, everything is increased in a child. It's just due to mitosis cell division. The increase in the cell number, increase in the cell volume, increase in the cell size. That is the secret. So it is occurring in case of mitosis with the help of mitosis. So that is why all cells are multiplying in our body via mitosis. How it is helpful for repair? You know that by various methods, every cell is having a fixed time in our body. For example, that day I was mentioning that RBC can live up to 120 days. So obviously, if old cells are dying, New cells need to be produced so that they can take their place over there in the cell. So that is how they help in the repair and growth. Understood? Class, is it clear?
मैम
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
मैम ये
Yes.
आपने अमाइटोसिस में थर्ड पॉइंट मोड्स ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन क्यों लिखा है?
Mitosis is a mode of reproduction for them. I explained the whole concept. No, Rutu asked me one question. I explained it.
Okay, ma'am.
You are there?
Yes, ma'am, but my net is somewhat lacking, so I can't hear you.
So Rutu, can you repeat for me what I made you understand better? Why mitosis is altogether a mode of reproduction other than cell division?
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo.
As they are unicellular, they divide the cell, which forms a new organism automatically. So it is a kind of a reproduction. Because because unicellular organisms have only one cell in their lifespan, and if that cell divides, it gives rise to a new organism, which automatically helps it for reproduction.
उनके केस में जो cell division है, that is only reproduction. No, there is no difference in cell division and reproduction in their case. Understood, Yashvi?
तो मैम जो इकोलाई का जो सेल डिवीजन है वही उसका रिप्रोडक्शन हुआ ना?
क्यों हुआ वो समझे, पहले वो मुझे बताओ. Have you understood कि क्यों उसका cell division reproduction है? What do we mean by reproduction? Can you define reproduction for me? So as we were discussing that for unicellular organism, the reproduction is synonymous to the cell division. Because for them, increase in number of cell from 1 to 2. That means a new organism is created. It's not similar to the one like we are having. Okay. So we will get back into the third point of meiosis cell division. This third point is talking about it helps in maintenance of chromosome number. How? And also it has another significant point. It increase variation in population. Understood, everyone? How it is increasing variation
ma'am.
in population, that we are going to talk later on. Now the fourth and the last point, new cells are cloned to parents. They are identical to the parental cell. Here also, new cells are cloned. In this case, new cells are different from parents as well as each other. They are not same to their parents and they are not neither same to themselves. That means if 4 cells are created, these 4 cells will be different from each other. Is this part understood by everyone? Kindly go
Yes,
through it
ma'am.
once and look into the points and ask me if you have any doubt. I will pause here for 2 minutes so that you can closely understand the difference between each type of division. Yes, Rutu?
Ma'am, mitosis or meiosis takes out of both of them, which method takes more time?
Meiosis.
Okay.
It's a very long procedure. It may last years. You will come to know how. Any other question? Anyone? See,
No, ma'am.
obviously we are going to study about mitosis and meiosis separately in detail. But I thought कि शुरुआत में ही if we have a comparative analysis of these processes, it will be very easy and picture will be very clear to you. That's why I presented it in this way. I hope everyone understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So without wasting much time, we will move towards the next part. We will talk about the mitosis, which is a very, very important cell division and we need to know about it. So as mentioned by me, mitosis occur in the somatic cell. What do we mean by somatic cell? Now, somatic cell means cells that is present in our body. Yes, Yashvi, you want to ask something, beta?
No, ma'am.
Can you people give me some examples of somatic cell? Is it very difficult to speak about what is the example of somatic cells? Yes, Yashvi.
Ma'am.
This time let Vicky answer. Chalo, bolo. Vicky.
Ma'am, skin, liver, bone marrow,
Anything, anything.
eye.
Any cell with which our body is made, we call it somatic cell. Okay. Now, in cell division, before we proceed further to study about mitosis and meiosis, let me talk about cell cycle here. See, cell division occur in a cyclic event where before each division cell needs to prepare itself and after each division cell needs to work upon something to produce the new cell. So this is the way. Okay. So let me talk about the cell cycle, how it is taking place and what is the significance. So we represent it as a cyclic event. Why cyclic event? Because after each time there will be production of a new phase. Am I audible, class?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So let us see different stages of cell division over here. The biggest part is known as S phase, that is called synthesis phase. Synthesis means there are production of various substances over there. Before this synthesis, there will be one phase which is called G1 phase. G stands for gap. And after synthesis, there will be again one gap phase that is called G2 phase.
T2 phase.
Okay. Before G1, there is a transient phase which is called G0. And then there will be further divisions. These are cytokinesis, and karyokinesis. Okay, so now we will learn about each of the steps one by one. So first let us understand about synthesis phase. What are the events that is taking place in case of synthesis phase? I am noting it down. You let me know if you have any doubt. First of all, histones are produced. Second important thing is chromosomal amount. Is doubled. Third thing is this phase is actually very much compulsory. If anyone is having any difficulty in synthesis phase, then obviously the next cell division cannot go ahead. Okay, so the timing required for synthesis phase is approximately 8 hours. And it is one of the longest time duration of the phase. Okay. So that is all about synthesis phase. Let us see what occur in case of gap 1, that is G1. So at G1 phase or gap 1 phase, cells prepare for DNA replication. So what are the preparation required? They require the raw material and the enzymes for DNA replication. Second thing is you know that when cell is getting divided into two parts, obviously along with the genetic material, the cellular organelles are also divided into two parts. Okay, so if initially in a cell 100 mitochondria are there, they are now divided approximately into 50-50 into two cells. So if next time a cell is going for cell division, it needs to again get back the 100 numbers so that when there will be production of new cell in the second level, there will be no shortage of mitochondria. Consider this cell is having this much size. Obviously, the material of this cell is distributed into two cells. Two cells will be comparatively smaller in their size. Now, if without this interphase phase, they are keep on going to the next layer of cell division. After some time, you will see the size of cell will turn into small, 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 and they will die. This doesn't occur. Actually, something that occur is they replenish, they get back into this shape and then divide. That's why the original size and content of the cell is always maintained in case of mitosis. Understood, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what are the other events that takes place in G1 phase? They are actually this G0 phase is the place when mitochondria and chloroplastid multiply. Okay. Apart from that, the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, all of these cell organelles are produced. Then the am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So, if we are talking about G1 phase, the ER, Golgi bodies, ribosomes are produced. Apart from that, there will be definitely production of raw material of protein synthesis and DNA synthesis. There will be production of RNA. Then there will be production of DNTPs. Then there will be production of polymerase. Then there will be production of nitrogenous bases, etc. Okay. So, nitrogenous bases, DNA polymerase, RNAs, and DNTPs are very much required substances for replication of DNA. Okay. And apart from that, the major change that occur, obviously, so many things are to be produced during synthesis phase of cell, what I can say, cell cycle. Then preparation should be also be very, like, what I can say, it should be very time consuming. So in that context, I must mention that in case of G1 phase, cells become metabolically very active.
मैम
Yes, beta.
मैम ये जो डीएनडीपीज और पॉलीमराइज है वो सारे प्रोटीन्स हैं.
अच्छा, ये आपको नहीं पता है. Polymerase are enzyme which help in the production of DNA. DNA की जो replication process है और कॉपी करने की जो डीएनए की प्रोसेस है, उसमें हमें जो एंजाइम चाहिए होता है, दैट इज पॉलीमरेज. अंडरस्टूड?
Yes मैम.
Okay. So let us now understand what is G1 phase. We understood that. Now we will talk about G0 phase. G0 phase is sometimes called as quiescent phase. Quiescent phase, at this stage, cells are metabolically active, but they get arrested for some time. That means a cell can stay like this in quiescent phase or G0 phase for years. It's ready to go to the next division, but it's not starting the preparation and synthesis. It is living. It is waiting for the correct signal to move ahead. So, in some cases of some cells, like nerve cells and others, they are permanently arrested into the G0 phase or quiescent phase. They never ever come out of this G0 phase, and that's why they never divide. You know, I hope the nerve cells never divide, even although they have nucleus, but their nucleus is inactive and they don't divide anytime. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, G0 phase never divide.
Till the time cells are at G0 phase, they will never divide. Understood? Till the time they are in G0 phase, they will never ever divide. It is possible that from G0 phase they go to G1 phase and then they start the division procedure. Actually, this G0, G1 and S and G2, these are not division. Division is up to this only. I thought I should first describe all this, then I'll tell you what part is division and what. Okay, now let's talk about the G2 phase. In case of G2 phase, the first event that takes place is histone is produced. Then second event that takes place is chromosome amount is doubled. Third thing is that is taking place is all these procedure, that histone production and chromosome amount that is doubled is completed during this G2. It is started at synthesis and most of the time it is completed by G2, but during G2 it's a checkpoint. It checks once that if these two things are occurring properly or not. Okay, now after checking, once it is sure that cell is ready to go to the next phase, so it will store energy for the next cell division, and cell is now ready for the next cell division. So after this phase, this G2 checkpoint is 100% sure and required. जब तक ये checkpoint नहीं reach कर रहा है, cell cannot go for division phase. Yes, Vicky.
Ma'am, G2 phase is somewhat similar like synthesis phase.
No, it is not at all similar like synthesis phase. These two parameters which I mentioned here are checked in the G2 phase. That is histone produced, is chromosome amount doubled properly. This is checked in the G2 phase. Understood?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So if we talk about the cell cycle, we can divide cell cycle broadly into two parts. One is interphase, which will include G0. G0 is not compulsory. It may be longer in case of some animal plant. It can be very short in case of some organism. So these are interphase where cell actually prepare. So it is a preparatory phase. Between two cell division at this phase, the cells prepare. And then is the division phase. Now at this division phase can be further subdivided into cytokinesis. That means division of
Nucleus.
no
Cytoplasm.
cytoplasm.
Chromosome.
Cytoplasm and karyokinesis. I told you in case of biology you need to look into the words. I told you karyo means nucleus. So it is the division of nucleus. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So why we call it cell cycle then? Who is going to answer me why we call it cell cycle? सेल साइकिल क्यों बोल रहे हैं हम इसे? Class,
Yes, ma'am.
why we call it cell cycle? सेल के पीछे साइकिल वाला शब्द क्यों है? यस, स्पीक बेटा. ध्रुवांशी, you can speak.
Yes, ma'am. We call it cell cycle because the production of new cells occur when this whole cycle takes place.
That is not the reason we call it cell cycle.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, बोलो.
Ma'am, cell cycle refers to a series of events that take place in the cell, resulting in the duplication of DNA and division of cytoplasm and the organelles to produce two daughter cells.
Vicky, you defined cell cycle. I asked you why this word cycle is there at the end. You people need to understand the question and then talk.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Rutu, bolo.
Ma'am, because after the cell division, cell comes to its initial position, that is in the rest position.
Means
Ma'am, during the cell division, it is in the working stage, and after the division, it again come to its rest position.
yes, correct. So it is a cyclic division. आज जो cell divide होगा वो after division it will go to interphase. After interphase again it will go to division phase. Then again interphase, again division phase. So these two parts will be rotating one by one, one after another. That's why we call them cell cycle. Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So now without much delay, we will move towards the first type of cell division, that is called mitosis. So we will talk about mitosis. Mitosis cell division, the details I told you, it occur in somatic cell. So occurrence is in somatic cell. And this was discovered by Edward Strasburger. And generally, see this duration, the varies from cell to cell, but generally it is 3 minutes to 3 hours. It may extend. So depending on what type of cell is going before division and what condition it is, the time is decided. Okay. So first we will study the process of karyokinesis. So karyokinesis is generally a longer process than cytokinesis. But one thing I must tell you that it's not necessary कि karyokinesis होके खत्म होगा उसके बाद cytokinesis होता है. Obviously, the thing that start is karyokinesis, and after some time, cytokinesis also start working on. And फिर क्या होता है? दोनों simultaneously चलता है and it gets ended. So in karyokinesis, there are 4 phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So you need to remember their names in the same sequences. So first phase is prophase. Its name itself is suggesting prophase. That means it is the first phase. So prophase is functional and it is taking generally 50 minutes time. That means highest time one of the. So prophase is so long phase that it can be further subdivided into early prophase and late prophase. So we will understand the events that takes place during early prophase. Here the changes that takes place in cell is ear and Golgi bodies break down into small vesicles. Second important thing that takes place is centrioles moves to pole. Obviously, these occur in case of centrioles are present where, in plant cell or animal cell?
Animal cell.
So
Animal cell.
centrioles in animal cell will
Animal
move
cell.
towards the 2 poles. And they radiate fibers made up of tubulin protein. So the fibers secreted by centriole are made up of tubulin protein. Okay. Next is next important thing is, can anyone guess what next thing that can takes place? What was required before cell division? Yes, Parv.
Ma'am, cell envelope will be
Parv, can you be a bit louder, beta?
Ma'am, cell envelope will be disappear.
Say very good. Cell envelope or nuclear
ma'am.
envelope?
Sorry, ma'am, nuclear envelope.
But that occur in late prophase, beta. So here the main thing that is taking place is chromatin is coiled to form chromosome. Okay. And lastly, I must say there is formation of astral ray. What is this astral ray?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, yes, bolo.
Ma'am, astral two spindle fibers from mitotic apertures.
Mitotic apparatus.
Yes, ma'am.
When you are learning about any definition, learn about word to word beta, you need to understand the meaning of each and every word. Okay, so this is the way centrioles are moving to the poles. Nuclear membrane are still there, but now chromosomes, they start to get condensed. Still the chromosome structure is not formed, but the chromatin is getting condensed. And this is the way spindle fibers are produced in case of plants. And in animal, there is production of astral ray. What is astral ray? Around the centriole, there is production of ray-like structures. What are these rays? These are nothing but radiating tubule. Yes, Ayushi.
Ma'am, I have the doubt of astral ray only.
हाँ बोलो.
नहीं मैम, वो विक्की ने बोला ना तो मेरे को समझ नहीं आया, तो मतलब आई वांट यू टू रिपीट.
हाँ, so astral rays are nothing but the radiating tubulin protein produced or scattered by the centrioles. So these centrioles are radiating these proteins, and these proteins are responsible for dragging chromosomes into two poles. Now is it clear, beta?
Yes ma'am.
So let us see what occur in case of late prophase. So in late prophase, first event as mentioned by Perk is the nuclear membrane disappear. Nucleolus bind to secondary constriction of some chromosome. Okay, and this specific area is known as NOR area, nuclear organizer area. Okay, now apart from that, spindle, the rays which are going to drag the chromosomes into two poles, the spindle assume its proper shapes and size. They are totally spread across the cell and they are ready for any processing. Okay. Now the next thing is the cytoplasm of central area of cell becomes fluid. Why it is becoming fluid? So that when chromosomes are moving, if it is too jelly-like, it will be creating a problem. That's why the central area cytoplasm are getting fluid into shape. Okay, so that is how it looks into the late prophase. So at the end of prophase, if you look into a cell, it will look somehow like this. Two centrioles are located at the two poles. spindle fibers are arranged across the poles like this. And chromosomes are attached to the spindle fibers. And you can see aster formation. This is the star-shaped structure that is visible. This is how the cell looks in prophase, that is late prophase. Anyone any doubt?
No, ma'am.
So various terminologies generally used in different books. I am mentioning it there. Many a time they use this terminology called mitotic apparatus. So what do we mean by mitotic apparatus? Mitotic apparatus means it is the spindle fiber or aster. They are known as mitotic apparatus. Why mitotic apparatus? Because mitosis is about division of cytoplasm and nucleus, and nucleus division means you are dividing genetic material into two equal half. तो उस काम में मदद कौन कर रहा है? This aster is helping, no? And spindle fiber is helping. That's why they are called mitotic apparatus. In case of animal cell, we call it amphiastral. Why amphiastral? Because two asters produced in two poles in animals. और दूसरा होता है anastral. Anastral होता है plants में. In this case, in case of plants, obviously the spindle fiber will be there, but due to lack of centrioles, aster formation is not there. So no aster, as they lack centrioles. Understood, everyone? Class?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Understand.
So
Yes, ma'am.
we will study up to prophase only. I don't want to hurry in this case because it is a very important chapter and I want you people to understand it. Is there any doubt up to prophase? Tomorrow we will go for the other stages of karyokinesis, that is.
मैम
Yes, beta. बोलो.
मैम ये एनास्ट्रल क्या है वो आप एक बार फिर से रिपीट करो ना.
Anastral means they don't have astral ray present in them. Astral ray is not present in them. Plant cells do not have centrioles, no? So that's why they don't have this aster sun-like shape formation in them. And we call that anastral mitosis or anastral division.
ओके मैम.
So who is going to sum up what we studied today? No one? Can I use Kaji Mojami to repeat what I taught? Because I hardly saw participation from this side. Class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Vicky.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
What we studied today?
Ma'am, we study today cell cycle, cell division. That production of new cell from old one is known as cell division, and
Very
it is
good.
divided into three phases.
3 phases. What are the 3 phases?
Ma'am, mitosis,
These are
mitosis,
not
and
phases,
meiosis.
beta. They are types. They
Yes,
are
ma'am, and
types.
phases are G1 phase, G2 phase, and S phase.
No, no, no. They are not division phase. Yes, Parv, you want to say?
Ma'am, two phases are interphase or mitosis.
See, let me very clearly tell you, these are the types of cell division. First of all, not at all phase. Second, if you talk about cell cycle can be divided into 2 parts. One is division part, other is interphase. Interphase is the preparatory phase which is compulsory between 2 cell division. A cell which is going for cytokaryokinesis cannot go to the next cell division phase without passing through interphase. So these are phases. Now in interphase can be further subdivided into G0, G1, S and G2, and division can be further subdivided into karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Is it clear to everyone? I hope. Next,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
started discussion about mitosis. In mitosis, we started talking about karyokinesis, and in karyokinesis, we completed prophase today, which is a very long phase. So, in our next class, we will study about the other phases of karyokinesis in case of mitosis. I suggest to everyone to go through the part I taught every day and come then. Otherwise, you will get confused कि क्या पढ़ा है. Okay. So I'm ending the meeting. We will meet tomorrow once again.